I want to focus in this video, and indeed the coming videos, on focus. Because focus is the one thing, in fact, the only thing you need to guarantee success, happiness, and peace of mind. And I think those things are worth striving for, worth working towards, and worth training your mind to actually achieve. The problem is that there are a lot of books written on focus, like for example Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now, that emphasizes the importance of being focused in the here and now. Unfortunately, as far as I can see from some of the work that I've done over the last couple of years, a lot of people have taken that purely at face value and have misunderstood that focus is actually a multifaceted thing, and it's the multifacets of focus that we're going to be exploring over the coming videos, so that when taken all together you will have a full picture of what focus is and the absolute imperative importance of being focused. Why is it absolutely imperative? Why is it so important to be focused? Why is it so important to develop your ability to focus? The answer is very simple. Because if you don't, you will remain like all normal people, pretty much completely unfocused. And that means that you're actually wandering through life in a daze, dead from the neck up. Indeed, I could well say that the unfocused life is really not worth living. The problem is that the way we're psychologically constructed and the way in which we've psychologically evolved means that we are almost never focused. We pay almost no attention to the reality of what is going on. We prefer instead to actually pay attention, even though we're not aware of it because it happens subconsciously, we prefer to pay attention to the things that happened to us during our formative years and use that so-called psychological stored knowledge to make up our mind on what's happening now and determine how we behave in the face of what we think is happening now. The results are all around you to see. Unhappy people, stressed people, warring nations, people who are fearful for their jobs, their livelihoods, their investments, people who are simply not happy, people who are simply not successful, people who are looking for peace of mind, possibly in all the wrong places. The point I'm making is that your mind is actually playing for the other side. It's against you. And what you need to do is bring your mind on side. You need to get your mind working for you rather than against you. And that means that you need to train your mind, and as these videos progress we will talk about how we can develop our ability to pay attention. In other words, to focus. Unfortunately, I mentioned our formative years, unfortunately by the age of about 36 months, most of the foundations are laid for the way in which we will lead our lives thereafter. Of course, when I say lead our lives, that's a misnomer, because people don't lead their lives, they're led by the nose by what happened during those first 36 months. And that is why, as we go through these videos on focus, that is why you must remember. That is why you must be focused. You must hold this in your mind, that your mind is actually working against you. And what you have to do is develop a state of mind that will enable you do the things that you want to do and do them to the very, very best of your ability, and stay focused on what needs to be done to bring you to where you want to go in life. Now, when it's wrapped up and packaged and tied in a neat bow like that, doesn't it sound very inviting? It sure does, because with a focused mind you can have anything and everything that you want out of life without an awful lot of effort, without an awful lot of struggle, with no stress, and with none of the unhappiness and worry that plagues normal people's lives. So, as I say, for the next few weeks, and I'm not sure how many videos there are because it will depend on the feedback that I get and the requests for clarification. But at the moment I have about 8 or 9 videos in mind over the next 8 or 9 weeks on the whole subject of focus. By the end of that, you will, if you keep those 9 videos in mind and keep them close by, you will have a complete set of instructions on how to actually get the most out of a fully focused, fully alive life.